You have fresh and wholesome ingredients, a good selection of spices, and delicious recipes. But what about the energy that will power the cooking as part of your preparations? For some residents in Arizona, it's as easy as getting out of the kitchen and turning to the sun, literally. This star is an essential cooking tool that is clean, abundant, and free.
I don't think of it as a hobby. It's just the way I cook.
Sonia Norman started her sun-powered oven exploration nearly 20 years ago when she heard about an annual solar potluck event in Tucson. She wasn't able to make it to those gatherings, but the subject did spark an interest that perseveres.
I remember one year my father was asking me what could he get the kids for Christmas, and I didn't have any good ideas. I said, but I know what you can get me for Christmas. And he bought me the solar oven, and I've been using it since. God, it's hot out here. Anytime before the clouds come are good times to be using a solar oven. It's hot outside, you have clear blue skies, might as well take advantage of all that sunlight.
Joe Black also likes to use a solar oven when possible. He found his model on Craigslist.
I actually kind of grew up around solar cooking because I grew up next door to Sonia. And for as long as I remember, she always had a solar oven. And so it was always something that interested me. And when I moved out and got my own place during college, I actually went out and bought myself a solar oven before I bought myself a microwave.
Oh yeah, get some of that oil on them. Go ahead and open that, Joe. And then, yeah, if you could, oh my God, that smells great.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Both cooks say the process is simple, although you do have to pay attention to the sun's direction. Be on standby to move the ovens when necessary.
Is there anything you think we should do with the rice, Joe? Do we need to angle it better or steeper?
It is less convenient than doing everything in the kitchen, but worth the effort, they say.
Solar cooking to me really just seems like the most natural thing in a place where we have just an abundance of sun. It's really advantageous because during the hot summer months, you don't have to actually turn on your stove or your oven. That would heat up your house more.
That's one of the messages that's being promoted by participants at the annual Solar Potluck. It's held at Catalina State Park north of Tucson.
We're going to be serving up some hot Italian sausage, mild Italian sausage with a delicious blend. My name's Pat Murray. This is the Solar Potluck, which has been going on for about 40 years. Actually the 38th one because of COVID, but I'm the chair of Citizens for Solar, Solar Guild. Two organizations really blended into one to do both solar cooking and to do PV solar, which is producing electricity from the solar panels. We are an educational group, and we do everybody from 5 to 98. Solar ovens are angled stainless steel, and it takes the rays of the sun directly inside the insulated boxes. And then a plexiglass type glass goes over the top to hold the heat in. So these ovens right now are probably running about 375 because we've been opening them, serving a hot Italian sausage and sauce. But it's simmering right now, so the same thing as my mom's pot of spaghetti used to do on the kitchen stove. You can let it go. She always let it go 3 days, and we just kept adding sausage and mushrooms and meatballs. Did you try it?
Here it goes.
It's delicious.
Good. Good. Glad you thought so.
I love it.
There are ovens that are expensive, and there are ovens that do the same thing but are not expensive. The ones that we're using here are sometimes in the price range of $350 to $400.
I have been interested in solar energy for many years. In fact, I have solar panels on my house already. And I have been very attracted to the entire environmental field, including water reclamation, use of gray water. It's kind of a natural for me to be drawn into the whole field of solar energy. I think solar energy is really important, particularly for Tucson, for the state of Arizona, and it's important for each one of our backyards. We should have been really ahead of every other state already. Arizona should be leading the way.
The efforts have been simmering for decades, and proponents hope to inspire a new generation of solar cooks, one tasty dish at a time.
You know, I guess I'm just kind of an environmentalist all around. That kind of pervades everything I do. It's my work, and it really is fairly easy, and it's not something you need to do every day. You know, those sort of little collective actions really will add up if we all start to do those.
Back at Sonia Norman's house, she and Joe Black are serving a feast with all the fixings. They've invited a group of guests.
I ended up with a meal that seems to be pleasing everyone. One of the dishes is empty, and I like to feed people. So it's really fun.
This is my first solar cooked meal, and so I was really impressed with this. And so that's what I really enjoyed about that meal. It had taste to it. I'm from the Hopi Reservation, and we kind of have our own system of cooking, but I can see that being incorporated into that because right now the way the cost of propane fuel is, and even electricity now, is getting really more and more expensive.
I am ready to start dinner. I'm going to grab my spoon and mi vino.